guys, I'm back with another book review, and this time it is for Carly Fortune's Our Perfect Storm. This is a contemporary romance novel and it was just released in 2026, and I am so happy for Carly Fortune because for me, I adored her novel from 2022 called Every Summer After. But every other book after was a letdown for me. I really thought her characters and settings were kind of cringy after that first book. I am delighted to tell you that this is a big comeback for Carly. She knocked it out of the park. And this story follows Frankie, short for Francesca, and George, and they are now 30 years old, but they met at 8 years old and developed a friendship as neighbors. And they've traveled and lived in different cities, but they always managed to come back together, but not in a romantic way. So now this is the eve of Frankie's marriage to someone she's known for less than a year. And there's drama that ensues, and that marriage doesn't happen. And there's a note left on Frankie's pillow from her fiance saying he loves her, but he can't marry her. And that's no surprise. That's at the beginning of the book. But I was very happy to see that fiance exit the story for the most part, because then it clears the way for Frankie and George, who just have an incredible bond to build the romance. And so the setting is beautiful. They go on this honeymoon that was meant for Frankie and her fiance, but the fiance who's jilted her has offered that honeymoon to Frankie. Well, little does he know, George joins her too. And so George sets out a plan to re-energize Frankie, and he has a master plan, and she goes along with it, not knowing what he has laid out for her each day. But there's a certain day to reflect, a certain day to expand, a certain day to try something new. So it's a luxurious resort and beautiful scenery. Pacific Northwest, Tofino is the place. Sounds so charming, and it's just the perfect setting for romance to build. And it sure does. There is some spice, and it was long overdue for these two after 22 years. So I loved it. I loved the character development, the beautiful setting. The spice was just right, and that was an undeniable connection between Frankie and George from the start. So my final rating for this book is 4.5 out of 5 stars. The only thing that detracted for me at the end was it was kind of a slow ending. Too many emotional revelations towards the end. There were some mommy issues for one of the characters and daddy issues on the other side. And that was woven beautifully into the story, but the final wind down towards the end was a bit much for me. But overall, I adored this romance. It was the epitome of a cozy romance, and I would highly recommend this book. So that's all for today. I am excited to see you all in the next video. And in the meantime, stay cozy. Bye.